gorgeous, kind, funny. How do these words make you feel? Now how about freak, slut, and unwanted? Every day we speak, but do we know what our words mean and how it affects other people? People say that words can't hurt, but obviously by the emotions that these words just provoked, it can. That girl you call a slut for sleeping with so-and-so, do you really know what happened between them? For all you know, that man could have gotten her drunk and raped her, and the only reason she didn't say anything is because she's disgusted in herself. And now, because everyone's calling her a freak or a slut, she believes it. How about that guy that you call a freak? For all you know, he was physically and verbally abused at home, locked in his closet for being that so-called freak, and school was his only safe haven, and you pried that out of his hands. Now, the only place he felt safe, he doesn't feel safe anymore. We don't know what these people have gone through. The girl who's supposedly a whore because her friends are all guys, that girl has been verbally and abusively bullied by all the girls in that little town, and those guys are the only place that she fits in. I was this girl up until freshman year, and that's when I moved away. But it all started in 6th grade when I got my first boyfriend, and this girl happened to like him too. Now this girl will remain nameless, but here's the basics. So every day I would go to school, and I would be called words such as whore, slut, skank, fat, useless, unwanted. They would say things to me like, you're worthless, why are you here, just leave, and even die. It got to the point to where I started to believe them. I couldn't go to school without thinking in my head, what am I going to be called today? If it wasn't for my friends, my true friends, Paige, and then the guys of my neighborhood, I wouldn't be here right now. Those are the only people who stood there through all of that with me and made me feel wanted. But this girl, this one girl, managed to turn my whole life into a living hell. I can't even count how many times I would go home and cry. And I would make up excuses to my parents like, oh, it's because I missed my sister in Riverside. When in reality, it was because I didn't want to be there. I couldn't be there. I couldn't be the target anymore. And then about 6 months before I moved out to Riverside, I was seriously contemplating suicide. And then I got a phone call from Paige, my best friend, and she saved me. And I'm grateful for her, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here right now. I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for all of these people. But as you can see, words do matter, and you need to know the full story before you say what you have to say. Now, if I ever get called any of these words again, it doesn't matter anymore, but before, it changed my whole life. I didn't even want to exist. Over 3.2 million students are victims of bullying each year. Approximately 1,600,000 teens skip school every day because of it. Suicide is the 3rd leading cause of death among young people, resulting in about 4,400 deaths per year, according to CDC. For every suicide among young people, there are at least 100 suicide attempts. Over 14% of high school students have considered suicide, and almost 7% have attempted it. Think about what you say before you say it. Words do